Hello everyone, Miri here and welcome back to my channel. Today things didn't go quite as planned. As I said yesterday, that I was hoping to at the very least not only continue in doodling a bit but also playing A Date with Death because I haven't played it in like a month or so. But I didn't count with the fact that I will spend the whole morning on my phone. Shocker. But it wasn't like dilly daddling on social media or anything like that. No. It was basically my phone was having storage issues, which is essentially the reason why I bought an SD card. But one of the games that I installed, Love and Deep Space, was occupying a lot of space. S- Pun intended. And I was planning on moving it to the SD card, but whenever I tried, it was impossible. I didn't know anything and it kind of flew over my head, mainly because whenever I tried to move images from my internal storage to my SD card, it always had the pop up that basically said you cannot move images because images to the SD card because your internal memory it's almost full. And that's something that baffled me because isn't it the purpose of install putting an SD card to lighten things up a little bit in the internal memory department? Then I don't understand why it should like have room to move it. Unless I'm getting something wrong, I don't understand it. So, can someone please make it make sense for me? Thank you. Okay, so that consumed a lot of my morning and it led me to essentially finish doing my stuff quite later than I was anticipating. I managed to finish before 4 p.m., thankfully, which is the ideal hour that I have in mind whenever I'm busy with stuff during the day or have outings and whatnot. But, for some godforsaken reason, when I was in the 11th minute of my recording of Deemo, a phone call came in, and it was a telemarketer. Granted, I didn't answer the phone, but it was a phone number that I already knew was from a telemarketer, so I was a little bit pissed, not gonna lie. Because that will mean that I will have to do over my footage to, have something to upload. Because I didn't want to have my ringtone or any phone number in the video for obvious reasons. I don't want to dox anybody. But the sugar on the cream was that when I recorded the second time, a song that I completely nailed when I was playing on the first footage, I failed it. I failed it. Mainly because I was essentially part of it was focusing on finishing the song while the other was constantly waiting for any other phone call to drop by. Oh my god, it's the worst. That aside, I thankfully wasn't interrupted a second time and I was able to upload it without a hitch. But of course, as the title say, I wasn't right. I wasn't right because a telemarketer pretty much interrupted my groove. God, I sound like Cusco now. Anyways, another thing that happened today is like it was perfectly fine, like it was just a little bit cloudy, and I thought that it was going to dissipate by the time lunch break had already passed. But I didn't count with the fact that the flood was going to visit us today. Okay, I might be exaggerating because, well, in my country there was a huge flood in November, and it seems like it's becoming a thing, and hopefully this year won't be the case, but it started raining out of nowhere. Climate change, am I right? It started raining out of nowhere, and that pretty much led me to bring an umbrella to the ATM that is basically all the way down in the parking lot. Why is that layout? I don't know. I just came there and it was already there. But yeah, I went to the ATM that we have in my office so I can get cash to buy coffee on the store at the front. And when I'm going there, the rain started to go crazy. Like it goes so bad that the wind that pretty much ruined my umbrella. I had to basically put it back together again because it's one of those tiny umbrellas that are not that resistant, so you can just bend the metal thingies with this. I don't know how they're called in English. Okay, so once I finished fixing my umbrella in the little roof thingy that they put on top of the cars on the parking lot, there was a madam. Well, I wouldn't say a madam. I mean, I say it out of respect, but I think I'm using the wrong title. It would be like a Mrs. I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, lady. Let's go with lady. God, why am I messing up words today? Okay, so there was a lady that was in the same situation as me. She went to the ATM as well, and because of the rain, she had to, stay at a tiny area with roof that was nearby, and we were lucky that the door of the building behind us was open, because otherwise we would have caught a cold with all the water that would downpour on us. Thankfully, it subsided a little bit and I was able to get my coffee, but I was freezing a little because the air conditioner at my office, it's basically to the hypothermia levels, and I am lucky that I'm still alive. So that's all that I have to say for now, because well, today I also took the commute to work, no, from work to home quite later actually, and even had to stop for takeout because, well, cooking dinner wasn't in the plans outside of, well, the pancakes that I normally prepare at night so I can have them ready in the morning. And all of my time got, you know, wrapped up on that, and I wasn't able to do much. In fact, the only thing that I was able to do, and I should probably be heading to bed, is recording this vlog. So yeah, I better get to sleep. See you guys tomorrow.